Hello everyone! Welcome to another video in our civil engineering review and refresher. So for this video, our featured topic is reverse curve in surveying. So a reverse curve is simply composed of two simple curves connected together, but one is being reversed in position with respect to the other. So we have here the violet curve, no? Then we join to it another curve which is the red color. So the reverse curve start at the PC and at the PT, and they intersect at PRC, no? The point of reversed curvature. Then we have the radius R1 for the first curve. Then we have the radius R2 for the second curve. So the length R1, R2 is the common radius of the compound curve. Then we have here the central angle I1. Then we have here the central angle I2. And we have tangent T1. Then we have I1 also here, in between the tangents T1. Then we have the length of the curve 1, LC1. Then going to curve 2, we have the tangent T2. Then T1 and T2 is called the common tangent of the two reverse or the reverse curve. Then we have also I2 in between the tangents. Okay. So, in solving problem involving reverse curve, we will simply consider each tangent or consider each curve and treat them as separate simple curves. So, we have here the length of curve 2. Problem number 1. A reverse curve is designed to connect three traverse lines for a portion of a proposed highway. The lines are T4 to T5, 188 meters due east, T5 to T6, 123 meters on a bearing of north, 62 degrees east, and then T6 to T7, 284 meters on a bearing south, 58 degrees east. Due to actual situation, it is necessary that the PRC is one-third of the distance T5 to T6 from T5. Compute the length of the reversed curve. Okay, so we have three traverse lines, no? We have T4 to T5, 188 meters long. Then this is due east. Then T5 to T6, this is 123 meters long on a bearing north, 62 degrees east. Then we have T6 to T7, 284 meters long on a bearing south, 58 degrees east. Then we will connect these traverse lines by reverse curves. Okay. Now, the requirement here is that the PRC, the point of reverse curvature, is one-third of the distance T5, T6 from T5. So, let us say siguro the PRC is somewhere here, in which this distance, I will call this T1, is one-third of the length T5 to T6. So, this is also T2. No? So, since T5, T6 has a length 123 meters, so we can solve for the length T1, tangent T1. This is one-third of 123, so this is equal to 41 meters. Also, we can solve for T2. This is two-thirds of 123, so T2 is 82 meters. Then, this is T1. This is also T1 here, so the angle between T1 is I1. And in the figure, we can solve I1 that is equal to 90 minus 62. So I1 is 28 degrees. This is also 62 here. And this is I2, no? So, in the figure, I can solve I2. 180 minus 62 minus 58. So, I2 is equal to 60. So, we can now draw the reverse curve based on this information. T1 is 41, T2 82, I1 28, I2 60. So, I have now the tangents, na? So, reverse curve 1, then we have the curve number 2, PC, PT, and then PRC. T1 equal to 41. This is also 41. Then we have T2 equal to 82. This is also T2 here. Then we have the radius, no? R1, R2. Then this is R1 also. Then this is R2. Okay. So, this is I1, where I1 is 28 na in the previous slide. Okay. So, in the figure, since T1 is given and I1 is given, I can solve for R1, na? Half of this, so I have tangent of I over 2 equal to T1 over R1, na? So, tangent of I1 over 2 is T1 over R1. With T1 equal to 41 and I1 over 2 is 14. So, I can solve for R1. I can solve also the length LC1. So, LC1 is R1 I1. So, 164.44 times 28. Convert the 28 degrees to radian. Multiply by pi over 180. So, LC1 is 80.36. Then, consider the second curve. So, I2 is 60, huh? So, I2 is equal to 60. And then, I can consider half of this. So, tangent of I2 over 2 is T2 over R2. This is T2, ha? Kindly correct. Parang nagkamali. Okay. A little while, na? Tangent I2 over 2 is T2 over R2. Okay. So, T2 is equal to 82 over R2. So, R2 is 142.03. So, I can solve also LC2. Na, same formula, L equal to R times I. Then convert the angle to radian. So, LC2 is 148.73. So, for the question, what is the length of the reverse curve? So, the length is equal to LC1 plus LC2. So, 80.36 plus 148.73. So, that is 229.09. Okay. Problem number 2. The perpendicular distance between two parallel tangents of a reversed curve is 8 meters. Their central angle is 8 degrees and the radius of the first curve is 624 meters. Compute the radius of the second curve. Okay. So, we have two parallel tangents na. So, we have here tangent T1 and T2 and they are parallel to each other. Then the distance between them is 8 meters. So, of course, we have here also the common tangent T1 and T2. Then, we connect them by a reverse curve. Okay? So, this is the PRC, no? So, this is the PRC, the point of reverse curvature. So, I can draw the first curve. Then, we have the second curve. Okay. So, we have here the common radius R1, R2. This is also R1, na? We have 90 degrees here. This is also 90 here. Okay. Then we have the radius r2 here. So this is also 90 degrees here. No? Okay. So the question is, compute the radius of the second curve R2 if the radius of the first is 624. So this is I. By the way, they have the same I na. So notice, this is I, this is also I. So the two curves has the same central angle. With R1 equal to 624 meters, what is the length R2? Okay? So, we have this line here, the yellow line, passing through the PRC and parallel to the tangents. Then I will call this distance A na. So if this is R1 and this is I, this length here is R1 cosine I. So from the figure, A here is equal to R1, the length R1, minus R1 cosine I. So 624 minus 624 cosine of 8, that is 6.07 meters. Then I can have this distance B. So this distance B, this is 8 minus A, where A is 6.07, so B is 1.93. And notice, this distance here is R2 cosine I. So in the figure, R2 is equal to B plus R2 cosine I, na? So we have B equal to R2 minus R2 cosine I, na? So distance B is R2 minus R2 cosine I. So R2 is unknown, I is 8, B is 1.93. The only unknown here is the radius R2. That is 198.32 meters. Okay, so this is about reverse curve na. So one topic lang tayo ngayon in this video na. So far we have completed already in the previous video simple curve, then compound curve, and this video we have the reversed curve. By the way, if you have something, now some topic in your mind that you want me to discuss it, just comment na in the videos that you have seen so that I can I can make the video for you. Thank you very much. Till the next video to come.